This camper van is the Strada Avanti H. It's been on the market now since around 2017, I think, or 2018. So you may now be able to find a used model on the Fiat Ducato, only 6 meters in length, and its advantage is the amount of storage it's got. So this is something with a small footprint but lots of storage, and that is largely due to the fact that the bed has been put in the roof. Right, so looking at it from the outside here, we have immediately, you can see this is where the gas is kept. Now, the advantage of having the gas here is that it's easy to get a hold of, and you can change it without any difficulty. Well, without too much difficulty. Changing gas is always difficult, but the disadvantage is, of course, not having drawers on the other side. Having said that, there's plenty of space for pans and things once you get in there. Right, another point here about this van is this double floor here. Also heated, as you can see. I'll lift the carpet up. You can see you've got storage compartments. Now the storage compartments aren't particularly deep, but they're there, and it's a camper van. And how many camper vans give you a bit of storage in the floor? Now we've got a step to get in, and there's the switch for the step, but I can't be bothered to wait, so I'll just step up myself normally. Come to the back, and we see another big advantage of this van, which is here. This enormous washroom. 6 meter van. There's me. See, the weather's changed a bit. Only 2 weeks ago I was walking in with short trousers on and filming. And now it's cold. Mind you, it'll probably be freezing by the time this gets published, so you won't notice the difference. Now, one thing you might want to do, of course, is if you have a van like this, you might want to take the carpets out before you have a shower. I don't know, maybe it's better with the carpet, and I haven't actually tried it, so there's something. Think about trying that one. Leave the carpet in the shower. Right, up there's a magnetic thing, and there's one over here as well. And I'm going to close this. You can hear the clunk there as it pulls out. And as I pull it away, you get the idea. So, magnets hold it in place. Good idea. If you want to lock the thing, you've got this thing here. You can lock it like that. I'll close it to make the point. They are closed in the shower, and look how much space there is. 6 meter camper van. Of course, there's going to be a price for this to pay, and you'll see that when we get to the garage. I was referring, of course, to a non-pecuniary price. Right, now I mentioned the other thing, which was the storage. Okay, on the left. All of this space here. You've got this large fridge here in this case. I think it's 170 litres, I think. And you've got more space here for hanging things. Look at all these drawers down here. Looks like a civil servant's dream to me, doesn't it? Oh, there's another thing that looks a bit like a filing cabinet, but having insulted it for looking like a filing cabinet, look at this. You've got proper walls on that. Really, you can get lots of stuff in there. Of course, I do accept the argument. It may look a bit like an office, but it's a matter of being practical. What's practical to carry things in such a small van? Oh, there's the thing shaking around. Ooh, this is annoying. This gimbal keeps shaking. Anyway. Okay, right, now let's have a look up here. We've got this bed, and obviously maybe a disadvantage for some to have to make the bed, because you can, as you can see from up there, there's not much storage. Now it's got a Froley system. Put my hand there, there's the mattress. Really, it doesn't go very far in at all. So you can leave a sheet on there, but you're not really going to be leaving any of your bedding on top. How much space is there under? Let's have a look. Turn around there. There's me in the mirror, and there. So you can stand up. I can. But what? 179.89, something like that. So if you're taller than that, then you might want to look at a different vehicle. And another advantage of having two floors here is that one of you can still sit drinking down there. The bed comes to here, obviously, and the other one can go to bed. Now if you fancy a quick sleep during the day, of course, that may be a bit of a disadvantage. Having said that, just thought this one now, you can leave the door open when you're asleep. Of course, if you do that, you will want to close the mosquito net. Now, I mentioned the length of time it's been on the market, and the fact that you might be able to get a second-hand one. One thing that's been introduced for 2020 is an option of additional windows. So, for example, this one here, you've got a window. When the bed's down, it gives extra ventilation. Although, quite honest, I often say in the cab over thing that they're stuffy. I've never actually heard of anybody complaining in a van of this nature, of there being stuffy inside. Although in the cab over, there's no shortage of people complaining about it. Maybe there are people complaining, I don't know. I haven't met them. I haven't met everybody in the world. Right, so coming into the kitchen. This thing's now, it's got a bit wider, and that's another 2020 thing, and it's got 3 burners, and for those who use larger pots, that does of course give more space, a lot more space, although the sink itself is quite small. Another nice little feature is this. That's another new thing they've put in. Now here we have what I mentioned earlier about the disadvantage in the kitchen, if you like. You haven't got the sort of traditional drawers down here because the gas is on the other side. Should be able to keep all your cutlery there. Well, your plates and your pots and your pans are going to have to go elsewhere. There's a good question. Where do you keep your plates? I'd be curious to know, because I keep mine now in 2 places. But I'll tell you all about that in another film. Right, now here, for a van of this size, I don't think you can really complain the size of the table. As from 2020, Fiat's introduced a range of new engines, including its 9-speed automatic gearbox, which you can obviously take that as an option if you wanted it. Right, so let's come round and have a look at the back. Okay, so the garage as such, which you don't normally get in in camper vans anyway, but it's not very big. I mean, no, you've got the space under the bed as a rule, but under the bed and there you've got the semi-dinette. So you've got a bit of space there. That's how you take your toilet out, and also you've got a bit of space here. So you might get some chairs and hose and lead your cable in there. But that's the price for having such a big wet room at the back. Right, so if you're interested to know more, there's more information on my website, motorhomefulltime.com. You also might be interested in seeing other camper vans I've filmed from here at La Strada, which is on this YouTube channel. And if you haven't already done so, I hope you'll subscribe. Thanks for watching.